Hey everyone, I hope you're doing as well as you can be. And I just wanted to do this message as I'm seeing a repeated pattern of this coming up more and more frequently. And I think the church is starting to, I'm not saying that no one knew this because that's not correct. It's called a remnant for a reason, but I think the remnant is getting a lot larger and it's wising up, and that's great. That's exactly what needs to happen. So I'm not going to be mentioning any specific people or details, but I will tell you this: there's a lot more coming to the surface in regards to not just the stuff that you're seeing governmentally and nation, like regarding your nations and everything else with darkness. We're really seeing it in the church, and I'm not talking about people just being found out doing stuff behind the scenes, which is absolutely wrong and disgusting as it is, but it's deeper and it's darker than that. And it's touching the ministries that you and I are a part of. And it's touching and infiltrating and literally festering and living among us. And I'm not pointing fingers here. I'm not saying like this is a witch hunt or anything, but literally people that are witches, that are warlocks. And this is nothing new, but this is really coming to the surface now. And I'm having people coming to me and saying, hey, look, this person's come to me thinking they were speaking to me. And it's not just your internet scammers and stuff like this. This is orchestrated, planned to precision infiltration within ministries by these dark, sick, deluded, pathetic, piss poor people that have given everything up over to Lucifer. But these are also the very smartest in regards to deceiving people, because that's the kingdom they operate in. So they've learned from the best. And also, they look the cleanest. They look the most mature and proper and clean and righteous and religious among us. Funny how Jesus had a problem with the same kind of people, don't you think? The religious, the Pharisees, right? And some people say, oh, yeah, they were the mafia and they were the mobsters and they were the religious, workmen of the Romans. Whatever your opinion is, that's absolutely fine. But I want you just to remember exactly what Jesus said. Synagogue of Satan. That wasn't just directed at the Jews. This is going towards every religious sect. No matter what you name your denomination, you've got evil in it. Even the ones that are faith-based or, spiritual, the Holy Spirit filled, Pentecostal, you've got them in your midst even more than probably any other denomination. You know why? Because they have more access to freely operate in it, because it's the normal thing. Everybody's seeking and looking and operating in that spiritual realm from and wanting a righteous connection with Holy Spirit and with the Lord. And I understand that, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it's not just about the Spirit. If it was, you and I wouldn't be made as human beings and being down here to take dominion and occupy, right? We'd just still be in the Spirit. Whether that is it's in the Father. If you read John, it's there. Because John, it's there. He tells you. But what I'm saying is this: is you've got to understand that the likelihood of people that are doing this and then going, "You're a witch, you're a warlock," it's no different than those Pharisees and Sadducees that were pointing the finger and going, "Blasphemer! You're a Beelzebub to Jesus, to God Himself in the flesh," right? I really want you to start thinking about this. So I'm not saying you're going to watch everybody underneath a microscope and, judge people and be wearing everyone and stay away from everybody else. I'm not saying that. Guys, I'm just encouraging you. Before your initial emotional response to someone reaching out to you, saying really nice things to you, and initially treating you really, really nice and over the top, just for your own sake and for your loved ones around you, literally, ask the Holy Spirit, is this a friendship? Is this a relationship? Is this a contact I should be making contact with right now in my life? And if he says to you no, and you get a no feeling or confirmation about that, don't look at it like you've done something wrong or they're out of your league, or don't worry about you offending them. If they are a real, I say Christian, I really want to throw that word out, that tag out. If you are a son or daughter of God and you've got a living, breathing relationship with Holy Spirit, you're going to hear what the Lord tells you. Then guess what? If they are the exact same thing, they're going to understand. They're going to have mercy in their heart, and they're going to go, yeah, the Lord's, maybe I made a mistake of reaching out. It's not the right time for that. And there's mercy in this. No worries at all. Whoever you're talking to, yeah, no worries at all. We'll come back to this. If not, I'll see you on the other side of heaven, right? There's no worries about it. But if these people react in a way of they take offense of what you said, and they try to manipulate and steer you back to the initial contact and outcome, I bet your bottom dollar they have no good intention, and it's to serve them. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because I've lived through this. I've literally lived through this. I'm living through it right now. And I've had enough of it. And I need to step back and step away, as much as everything else going on in my life. I need to step back and step away. Because the simple thing is, the turning over the tables and the whipping time is now. And it isn't all lovey-dovey, bygones be bygones. Don't say anything, just turn the other cheek, walk away, and let them carry on abusing you. Do you realize what these sickos, these scumbags want? Do you realize the ultimate outcome they want? They want you so messed up, so traumatized, so hurt and torn apart, not just physically, but emotionally, in your very soul, that they want not just get power from it, they get off on it. They enjoy this. They watch and they love watching people suffering in agony and dying. They love it. This is their thing. This is how they get off. This is how they retain respect, power, but this is what they really enjoy. And you need to understand this. And all it takes to avoid this is to take a little second, a little bit of time, instead of automatically responding and doing the good Christian thing. Of course, be gentle as doves, but be wise as a serpent, because you are dealing with serpents. You are dealing with them. And they will take as long as they have to take in order to deceive you, distract you, manipulate you, and then destroy you. They will. And 99.9% of the time, these are people that look amazing on the outside. But just like Jesus said, they are like whitewashed tombs. They're like clean cups on the outside. They are adorned and they're shiny and they're clean. But on the inside, they are rotten. They are dirty. They are filthy. And some of them, they can. They could be rescued. They can see the God that is in you. They can see Jesus, the Holy Spirit that's in you. They can learn from that and they can turn. But a lot of them don't. They are only there to destroy you. And all it takes to counter that is your relationship with God. That's all it takes to counter it. Take a couple of minutes to sit still and literally just ask the Lord, is this the right time for this friendship? Is this the right contact? Is this the right person to communicate with? And you would be very surprised how quickly you start realizing, oh man, I've been wasting my time with this person for a long time, because that's what they've been in my life for, whether they know it or not. And it's not to say that they instinctively did it or purposely did it. but they were literally maneuvered into your life just to waste time so you would lose focus and literally the effort and the purpose that you're meant to be here on the earth to do. The enemy plays the long game. He tries to play it as long as possible. And again, I say this not out of theory, not out of even hearing other people's testimonies, which I have, but I've literally lived through it. And now the very people, and I've been doing it behind my back for a long time, but the very people I used to proclaim my love for and say they were family are the very ones that are accusing me of what they're doing and who they are. And they will take you into their homes. They will treat you and lavish you with every gift. And as soon as you don't accomplish or do what they want you to do, or you don't fit their narrative or their framework of life, they outcast you, and then they curse you, and then they accuse you with the very thing that they are or the very thing that they're going through. So, that being said, I just want to encourage everybody. You don't have to go around swinging, your crosses and getting holy like water or oil, and the power of Christ compels you on every person you meet. I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying, ask Holy Spirit for the discernment with every new contact and person you come in with. And if there's any doubt, even if in your mind there's any, like, one way or the other, there's any confusion, keep the contact professional if you're led to respond, especially if it's in person. Keep the person in, like, a professional boundary level. Be polite, make your exit, and leave. And if they attack you, defend yourself. Defend yourself spiritually and defend yourself physically. Stop being a victim. Stop being an easy target for these scumbags, because that's what they're looking for. They're looking exactly for the weak Christians of this world that don't believe in the spiritual realm, that don't believe that demons are real, but they're also looking for the ones that know these things are real, this reality is real, and they just live in it 24/7. They look there as well, because there they can open up and demonstrate power and proclaim it's of Jesus, and then slowly manipulate you and trick you. So, beware. Harmless as doves, wise as serpents. Strike when you need to strike. Honor when you need to honor. Demonstrate courage when you need to demonstrate courage. And love when you need to love. All right, guys. I hope this blesses you. I hope this helps you. And I will talk to you soon. Take care.